Welcome. Today was the day of coffee in Austria, and I think first of all we thank you so much for this invitation. Let's talk about Austria. I know there is a lot of places to visit in Austria, but why I have to visit Austria? Why Austria?
Why Austria?
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me that opportunity to talk about Austria. Austria is located in the heart of Europe, which makes it very attractive because we have borders with 8 different countries. So we are like in the middle of Europe and very easy to reach from the Middle East. We have over 120 weekly direct flights from the Middle Eastern region, so we are very easy accessible. It's a 6 hours flight, and there is a vast majority of things you can do there. You have on the one side Vienna, a big capital. We used to be the capital of the biggest monarchy in Europe for 500 years, so it's a very historic, a lot of historic buildings. Today we talk about coffee culture. We have institutions, the coffee houses in Austria, are places where both Austrians and of course tourists just rest. They go there to have a coffee. The good thing about being in a coffee house in Austria is that you can order just one coffee and sit there for hours. You can read newspapers, you can read a book. Nobody would ever make you feel that you need to leave because there's people waiting for you. So this is the Austrian style, is just to relax, lean back and enjoy a cup of coffee or two. Vienna has a lot of museums, world-renowned museums of course, but if you're tired of city life, you can very easily and quickly go to Austria's beautiful countryside. Here we see that's a typical picture how it looks in the mountains. It's like 2/3 of Austria, of the country, of the surface of the country is covered by mountains. So we have the Alps in Austria, which people go to refresh. People go there in summer because it tends to get too hot in the cities. We just escape to the mountains and relax for a weekend or two, just doing some easy activities, hiking, or just also sit there and look out into the air and enjoy the beautiful view.
Yeah. Let's talk about the music in Austria. It's famous, but some famous musics I think like that.
Yeah, if it comes to music, basically Austria
one of the most important countries for the music in Europe, or maybe in the world.
Maybe in the world. We have the renowned composers like Mozart, Beethoven, Haydn, Schubert. We have a very, very old tradition. It goes so far that as a kid in Austria, when you grow up, you basically learn an instrument. It is very much in our culture. So you learn the piano, you learn the violin, and there's many opportunities to also be a professional musician in Austria. So this tradition of playing an instrument and entertaining people is very deep-rooted in our culture. And there is especially 2 cities that are known for it. It's Vienna, with one of the most renowned music halls in the world. Probably you've heard about the New Year's concert that is conducted every year in the Musikverein in Austria. It's broadcasted all over the world. It's a live broadcast. So Vienna is the hub, and Salzburg. Of course, Salzburg is the city in the Austrian Alps where Mozart was born. So
let's talk about the food. You know, the most of the people from the Middle East, they are searching for what is called halal food. Halal food is which is prepared depends on the Islamic way. Is it available? We can find it there in Austria. Is it a way that the Middle East people can go easily there for this?
Halal
mainly
food.
For the Turkish people prepare it.
That's correct. We are today in a coffee house and we talk about coffee. The coffee was brought to Austria by the Turkish people in the 17th century. So that's where it started. We have a very big Turkish population in Vienna and all over Austria, especially Vienna. So there is a lot of restaurants that provide halal food. If it's, you can just leave the meat out also, and there's a lot of vegetarian restaurants. We have a lot of Indian restaurants. So Vienna is a metropolis with like 2 million people. It's a melting point of different cultures. As we talked before, Vienna was the capital of the biggest empire in Europe for 500 years. So you can imagine the variety and the mix of cultures that you find in Vienna, because people from all over Europe would move to Vienna and start living there. So the cuisine in Austria and Vienna is very, very mixed. And,
so what about transport in Austria? If I would like to move from place to place?
So my personal favorite is the train in Austria. I've been living abroad for many, many years, and the nicest thing for me is to land in Vienna and take the train directly from the Viennese airport over the mountains to the south of Austria, where my hometown is Graz, the second city in Austria. And from the train out, you see a beautiful landscape. You go over the Alps. They have a business and first class even, so you can really enjoy a service. You get food on board. It's the most relaxed way of traveling in Austria, and we are usually on time. So I would recommend trains, because it's not very usual in this region of the world to have trains, but we are very proud of our train system.
Okay, last. What the most important activities for the Middle East people can see in Vienna and in Austria before they leave, or if they go there? What's the best time for activities there, like carnivals, like festivals, like what you have there?
Today is actually the last day of carnival season, which is throughout. It starts on the 11th of November usually and goes until like now, mid of February. In this period, you have a lot of balls in every bigger city. You have balls. Vienna is the capital city of balls, so you can go every weekend to dress up nicely. The ladies dress up in a nice evening gown, and you basically go there to dance. A ball is there for dancing. That's in the winter time. In winter time, Austria is also big for skiing. More and more people from Middle East discover the skiing as a vacation type, so to speak. We have world-renowned ski resorts in the western part of Austria. For instance, Lech is one of them. You can rent like a beautiful chalet just for you and your family. You're very exclusive. You can have your own butler there, your own driver, your own ski instructor. You're basically in the middle of the slope, and you can just leave the house, go on the skis and drive and come back. So you can have your own quiet little hideaway in the Austrian Alps. That's basically my favorite in winter time. When it comes to summer, look at this. What you wanna that speaks a lot. You can just sit there and enjoy the nice Austrian cuisine. It's all about the fresh air in Austria. You have
the mountain always have fresh air.
The mountain has a fresh air. Even in peak summertime, it gets like 25 max degrees Celsius in that Alps, and you have these lush greens. There's a lot of mountain lakes also, which is refreshing. And one good thing is in Austria we don't have a sea because we're landlocked countries, but we have thousands of lakes, and basically all the lakes are drinking water quality.
Fresh drinking water.
Fresh drinking water. So you can you just jump in the lake. Usually everybody has access, so it's not exclusive. And this is how we enjoy the summers. Cool down the Austrian way.
Yeah. Okay. Last, what would like to say to the people who would like to visit Austria?
Well, as I mentioned already before, it's very easy to go to Austria. There you have a lot of direct flights, so I think it is a must to have a couple of days in Vienna. There's more and more five-star properties coming out, so there's no lack of accommodation. And then I'd recommend to take the train to the countryside. So go to Salzburg, for instance.
Yes. And I think also tourism board can arrange some programs for them.
We can suggest programs, of course.
Yeah.
But it's very easy to get around in Austria. If you don't like the train, of course, it's driving a car, rent a car, driving through the beautiful landscape. It's just also a very nice experience.
Thank you so much, and wish to meet you in Austria.
Thank you. You should come.
Inshallah.
We are waiting for you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.